Welcome to the mainstream, where we talk and we laugh about life, love, and everything that we have. Tune in, sit back, and relax your mind. We're here to entertain, it's podcast time. We got stories to share and advice to give on how to be the best man that you can live. So come join the conversation, be a part of the team. Welcome to the mainstream, it's where you want to be.
Hello and welcome back to the Mainstream Podcast. First thing I want to say,
I was not ready for that.
before I introduce everybody, is all you listeners out there, we all hope you had a wonderful Easter.
Yeah.
We took the Easter week off to all spend time with our families, but we are back.
We're back.
We're back.
Ryan with a hard R, Josh, Magic Mike, and regular Mike. Full team in house tonight. Woo woo.
Full house.
Hell yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
we're
a
gonna
holiday.
jump into some fun stuff, catch up with everybody. I think we're going to touch on the draft and all the drama going around about that. And then we're going to talk about a little bit of some dad type stuff.
Some
like
dad shit, huh?
dad challenges, dad issues, dad tips and tricks.
Dad not found.
Very dad not found. Very relevant for me, and all my kids.
Well, you got a little sister that's kind of like
Yeah,
your little
dude.
kid.
Yeah, I guess.
You got a
Professor
little
Keen
sister
Bean.
that's younger
I'm a-
than Josh's oldest.
I am Funkle Ryan, and I'm okay with that.
Your fun Uncle Ryan.
Funkle. Yeah,
Funkle.
Funkle Ryan.
Huh?
Yeah. Here, take this hammer. Take this 2x4. Leave
Well,
me the fuck alone.
I
Yeah,
guess
how'd
you
that
made-
turn out with Mike's kids?
That's fun cousin, Ryan.
Yeah.
Cousin Ryan.
I
Fun
guess,
cousin,
I guess you
Funkle,
made her a
it's all the
nice
same.
balance beam, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was 8 bolts. It
Oh,
came
you
in
had
a
to put it.
box.
Okay. So you
Oh.
didn't build this.
That's what I was thinking, too. I was
that's
like,
what I got,
damn, dude.
Like Ryan went
Well,
hard
fucking
on
daughter's been asking for one, by the way.
I thought he built one. I thought he built it.
Okay,
You-
never mind.
the-
Yeah, I fucking built it.
Yeah, I sent
I
me
was
that
like,
shit.
kudos, bro. But
Yeah, I fucking built that
yeah,
shit.
Wayfair, Walmart, whatever
Yeah.
happens.
Went and bought a,
The choice of words should have been assembled, I guess.
super hardwood pressure,
Like, what the fuck?
hardwood pressure treated 4x4. Wrapped it in padding and then leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stapled all that on. Then built another pad to go around it, and then welded up 2 legs that just bolted on the bottom.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Good
Yeah,
one on
dude.
you.
No, the way that
Yeah.
you presented that is you built it.
Yeah,
You
you said
built it.
I
I
built
did build
this.
the fucking thing.
Now you assembled
it.
You assembled.
Doesn't matter. I told my stepmom, I'm like, I'm putting on Snapchat that I built this, and she's like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
So
Well, thanks for telling the truth.
Well, you just dropped down a few pegs on that one.
yeah.
Well, it was
I built a badass table, but I don't know.
We'll be using it soon. We might have enough room.
I don't know
to
what
have
you're talking
this-
about. I don't know what you're talking about.
We might have enough room soon,
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. All right. Well, how was your week, Ryan?
I'll go first. My week was really good.
Yeah.
Work was fucking easy. I've had a really good last 3 nights out of racing.
Hell yeah.
We've been on the podium the last 3 nights. Third, I think it is.
All right.
Something like that.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Makokata, we haven't finished outside the top 3 yet, so
Hell
that's been
yeah.
good. Knock on wood that keeps going. Our luck at Davenport finally turned around, so it's been
Nice.
going well. Trying to get the mainstream to come out and fucking enjoy a race.
We're
with
going
me,
to.
but
We will.
I stayed too late on Easter that night, bud.
yeah,
We're
somebody,
going to.
Somebody said I'll be there, and then never
Don't worry.
showed up.
There'll be a
We'll be there.
surprise.
If
when
I tell you I'll be there, I will be there. I
It
just
wa-
not
it
have told
wasn't
you. I was.
you.
I know. I'm just
Don't
letting you know when I tell you I'm
You're
coming,
about-
I'm going to come.
you're about to have the biggest cheering crowd section you've ever had in your life,
I
and
will-
there will be kids
I'll
holding
probably-
up a 69er sign.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be after
And not
track.
her.
Do you guys like do the pit guys dress up? Do your fans dress up, or they just wear like normal clothes?
What are we gonna wear?
are you
Mullets?
gonna-
I figured maybe
Fucking
you have
wear
a-
a
no.
cut off T-shirt.
No,
and
no,
fucking
you have
an
overalls.
apparel
and-
line.
What if
fit
we-
in with
I'm
everybody
Joe
else.
Dirt.
Hold on. What if we all went in Borat's unitard, like that that fucking thing he had wearing, and
The
we,
banana.
we
The banana.
The past few nights have been kind of cold.
and then we put on a mullet wig
Yeah, that's the problem.
and just wear some jean shorts.
It'll fit when
Hey,
I leave the
if
house,
you
but
want
being that
in,
cold, it'll
Yeah.
be.
You better put on more clothes than that. I'm just saying.
Oh, they're not gonna let you.
Do you got apparel, brother?
No.
Oh,
Not at
well,
the
I'd
moment.
wear a big 69er.
If you had
hooded
six-
I
top.
might,
69
if the year
ER?
keeps going good, I'll
Yeah.
I'll probably.
Should we just
get
do what
some,
we did
but-
back in the 90s where the moms took that fucking
Paint.
t-shirt?
Yeah, make your own shirt.
Yeah. Well, dude, make me a shirt.
Make your own shirt. Make you a shirt, brother. I got shit going on.
He's building balance beams.
Yeah,
Doing balance beams, winning
Ryan
race
Reed's
cars,
From
Ryan
scratch.
Reed's custom gym equipment.
fucking winning races left and right.
And then we got big ass racks, our fireworks.
Big
stuff,
ass
so-
racks
God, you just got too much going on.
all the time.
Busy,
But no,
busy.
it's been good. I didn't have to travel anywhere last week. This week I'm going to Green Bay, so that'll be interesting.
Nothing in Chirac, huh?
The hell you going to
I'm trying
Green Bay
stay there.
for?
I guess our rep up there quit, so I got to cover for him until they find somebody
Have
new.
fun up in Cheddar
Oh.
land.
Yeah,
I mean, there's good food up there and
Eat the
stuff.
cheese.
I can't eat half of it.
Oh, that's too bad.
Shit on Lambeau Field.
So Sae's birthday was yesterday, so we celebrated it today. I
Yeah.
watched the entire family eat homemade chocolate cake
In
and ice
front of you?
cream, and I ate a beef stick. I was like, this fucking sucks.
So is this sustainable for many, many years, or is this just like until you reach your goal and then maybe
I hit my
change?
goal. I'm down 48 as of last Monday, so yeah.
Yay.
I got another.
Good job out of you, man.
I got another 115 I want to lose. So
Yeah.
I figured a year and a half when I started. and I
Did you have
started
to
in
get new
February.
pants yet?
No, I just tightened the belt up.
Yeah.
They're baggy as fuck.
Good.
But yeah, no, I like it. It's sustainable for me. I mean, I like meat. I like everything I've been eating. There's enough variation. Yeah.
I caught that little giggle.
I
I
like
like
meat.
protein, I guess. That sounds even gayer.
Yeah, just keep talking, Ryan. Keep talking.
That hole's
Yeah.
getting deeper, bud.
Ryan with the hard R's making the show.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm good. Yeah. Anyways.
Chris.
Yeah, no, it's been good. How was your week, Josh?
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. Got to get out and golf today. Finally got the trampoline put back together so the kids are outside instead of inside, and that was kind of like the goal before the school got out.
You just like take it apart in the winter or what?
No, so last year we had that storm that rolled through here. I don't know, it was probably around September, October, and we had a tree limb fall on it. Ripped a hole right through the mat, and we're like, well, we're not going to replace the mat here with winter coming up. And so we took off the netting. Finally got a mat, but the first one that came in was 108 rings, and mine is 96. So
It's too big.
it's too many rings. It's weird. It was
now
just too
what?
many rings.
I don't get it.
So I ordered another one with 96 rings, and it fits perfectly, but it's the same size as the other one. Tell me how that works. I think there's more tension because there's an additional 12 rings that aren't getting like stretched out. So like I was getting folds and ripples.
Oh.
This wasn't working.
Folds and ripples.
Yep, folds and ripples.
Interesting.
Is that the guy
They
with
were out
the
there
old
fucking around when I
balls?
came in.
Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you what, Jace has been out there all day since I got it done.
I pulled up and one of your kids looked like a homeless guy and was in trouble sitting on the porch with no shirt on and basketball shorts.
That was
That's right,
Jace.
Jace. He looks like a dirtball half the time.
So do I.
Yeah, but otherwise,
That kid though, he cracks me up. Like he'll be across, like out my backyard. We call it Houdini Creek. It's filled up 1 minute and gone the next, depending on if it's raining or not. And he'll like be across the street from that, and I'll let my dog out, and like apparently he could see me, and all of a sudden be like, Mike, hi. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, hi. Like, he just cracks me up, and it's always I hear him tell his friends, "That's my dad's friend."
that's my dad's friend.
That's my dad's friend.
That's my dad's friend. Well, who was it tonight? Well, when you showed up here tonight.
Jace let me in.
Yeah. So we were literally sitting down to eat dinner. I just gotten all that shit off the grill, and
Did you eat with him?
No.
That'd have been fucking hilarious.
Mike calls. He's like, "Hey, I'm at your house." I'm like, "Fuck, I'm just sitting down to eat." And Jace goes, "Who is that? Is that regular Mike?" and Candace goes, "Who's regular Mike?" You know, Mike Olson. And he goes, "There's Mike Rolling." And Candace goes, "You mean Steinus?" Oh shit, yeah, Steinus.
So now you're a rolling. Congratulations.
And I think that's just because that's Tina's sister,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Tina's brother. So
Yeah.
sorry, Steinus.
It's all good, dude.
But no, it was a good week, man. Lost 3 games of soccer. You know, that's not going well for the kids. There's no leaders on the team.
Is it over yet?
No, there's still we're halfway through the season now, so we have 8 more matches left before playoffs or districts, whatever they do. But got yelled at the game this week. Was pretty stoked about that.
No way.
Yeah, by our wonderful AD. Yeah, thought that my language wasn't appropriate. I didn't think it was bad. Parker went up on defense against a kid that was like 6'3", 220, and clear as day, the kid elbowed Parker in the head. like hard elbowed, knocked Parker down. And all I said was, and I yelled it really loud, I said, "Hey, is this soccer or the UFC?" That's all I said. And then
That's all you said?
That's all I said. And
Right.
Nope, seriously, that's all I said.
Okay.
That warranted a response from some sort of school official, I'm sure.
No, and then the two other people on my side, which was Kyle Manders and his wife, and Kyle said something, or Nicole did, and then there was somebody else that was saying something. Well, Candace's sister was there, so she started running her mouth, and Pete looked up and he goes, "Hey, that's enough." And I said, "Enough of what? Shit happening on the field?" and he looked over. Well, then about that time, one of the kids on the Anamosa bench looked up there and he goes, "Yeah, what's it about time for?" I'm like, "I don't know." And I shouldn't have said this. And I said, "But you want to find out? I'll be in the parking lot after this match."
Josh is
Jesus
picking fights with
Christ.
high
Josh
school
making
football,
threats at high
high
school.
school soccer players.
Damn.
Oh my god! Maybe
so yeah.
I
And we'll figure this out real quick, little boy.
maybe I should just have you rent the race on TV.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah. So otherwise, I mean, it was a good week.
I'll kick your 16-year-old ass.
I wouldn't go to jail for that, but
I fucking hope not.
yeah.
Josh would be at the race and he'd literally be like, "You got a problem with me? Have you met Ryan? Why don't you talk to him?"
Yeah,
I feel like, what the fuck, dude?
Yep. So no, it was a good week other than that.
that's funny.
That's good. That's
I
good.
didn't say anything. You didn't say
Yeah.
anything.
Nothing
Me, you
at
little
all.
fucker.
No,
out
I
in the
just
parking
threatened to beat up a 15-year-old in the parking lot.
No, I wasn't threatening anybody. I just said I'll meet you out in the parking lot.
That's a threat. That's assault, brother.
Sounded like it to me.
Oh, shit.
That's
Well,
funny.
off that topic.
Now that everybody knows what kind of person you are.
Oh, dude, he was running his mouth. Don't talk
Not
shit.
only
Don't talk
not only
shit.
will he beat his kids, he'll beat yours too.
Oh, fuck. That kid.
That's good shit.
All right, you two, gentlemen. Mike and Mike,
What's up?
how was your week?
Mine?
That's what we're talking about.
It wasn't bad. It was a good week.
Mike.
It was a good week. Took the girls out to Drake. I didn't take them. They earned it.
How'd it go?
It went pretty good. I mean, we went in 85th and left 85th. So,
Met
didn't do any worse.
Met
Our-
expectations or
Yeah. No, not really.
oh.
Yeah, no,
Well,
don't beat
like-
around the bush. Let us know.
Well, our goal, we talked about goals on the way up. Our goal was we were going to try to break the school record out there. It's
Yeah.
a fast track. It always is. You're running against the best competition in the state when you're running at Drake. So that was our goal. You know, we got seeded into lane 1, which is kind of tough because you're always playing catch up and the corners are a little tighter. And we also have 2 freshmen, so it's a really big stage for a freshman to be out there doing that. They stepped up. They did great. As far as running in that atmosphere, we didn't run a horrible time. Like I said, we ran our second fastest time of the whole year, so we ran good.
Awesome.
But you know, there were some choppy handoffs that in the 4x1 makes all the difference.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have those choppy handoffs. I think we're looking at a different story and coming home with the school record. But we have
Yep.
plenty of meets to try to do that.
Were you close to the school record? I mean, were you within seconds or you know?
Yeah, so I think school record is 51. It's either 51.50 or 51.05, and we went 51.8.
Oh,
So,
you're-
like, we're
I mean, you're
there.
right there.
When we've ran that a couple times, so like we're right there,
This is what, the 4x4?
4x1.
4x1?
So yeah, overall, really good meet. It was a great experience for our runners. You know, was talking to the previous coaches, and they've had some qualify in the past, but they didn't go. So it was like the first time that they actually went out in like 40-something years. So it was like really,
Wow.
really cool.
That is
That
pretty
is
cool.
And it's you know, we had a lot of support from the families and stuff like that. So it was cool. It was cool.
Congrats,
deal,
man.
Very good.
Other than that, it was a pretty chill weekend. I mean, I was gone Friday, Saturday, or came back Saturday night. Had just got back to do dinner with the kids, and then
How was the eggplant parmesan?
You had it?
No, no, that wasn't me. No, I took that from the internet, dude.
Oh, that wasn't you? Oh, I thought it was you. I was like,
thought it
this is
was you.
fucking great.
You fuckers think I would eat eggplant? No
It's
way,
pretty
dude.
good. It's pretty good.
Oh, fuck that. Oh, yeah.
God damn.
You're the only one saying it's good.
That's because he.
And you had it one time.
I know. I have had it another time. Candace did tell me because I asked her. I'm like, when are the other times we've actually had eggplant? And somebody was doing zucchini and eggplant spears. You know, like pickle spears.
Yeah.
They were just doing fried, healthy French fries, and we had them.
God damn. You fuckers in your coded messages. I thought he built a balance beam. I thought he was eating eggplant
Oh, I
parmesan.
thought that was a pretty clear picture that was not mine and it was just off of Twitter.
Oh, no.
But
Oh,
maybe
I thought it
not.
was your phone.
I thought it was your phone, too. I thought,
I thought
you
it
took
was a screenshot.
Yeah.
Well, I screenshot the tweet, yeah.
What?
Because you
Fucking
fuckers don't look at the links that I send for
I do
Twitter.
open them. I do open them.
I don't have Twitter.
I mean, didn't you? Josh and I were both like, yeah, that's tough. I would have guessed dick cheese, too.
I would too.
And Rod's like, Josh was like, yeah, that's pretty coded message there.
Yeah.
I thought it was you.
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's just like, isn't this funny?
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Probably even funnier now that us dumbasses.
yeah, it's hilarious.
We're a little
You
thick.
fuckers fell for it.
We're a little thick.
But anyway, that was my week, Mike.
Good. Yeah, mine was good. Redid my landscaping at home, so I feel like a 80-year-old man right now. My joints and my muscles hurt.
So
More power. I'll give a shout out. I don't ever give shout outs. More power to the landscapers out there. If I had
Yeah.
more money, I would have paid you.
here's what I would like you to do for your weekly thing. Now, up until you feel well, every day, do a quick 10-second. How's Mike? How's Mike doing after landscape? My fucking back hurts. I
dude.
can't take a shit.
Actually feel worse today than I did yesterday, so...
Ashley got home from dance competition yesterday, and she's like, "Why are your knees red?"
Well,
Because my boyfriend was
Honey.
here.
Yeah.
You
I
weren't
got
supposed to
Don't
come back
ask-
till Sunday.
I got a
don't ask
promotion at
questions
work.
You want to know the
She's
answer
like,
to, hon.
It was that eggplant parmesan coded message.
I got a promotion.
Can't get any higher.
They
than
say I
am.
did really good.
He said I had a board
I
meeting.
was like, from all that landscape, dude, my knees were on fire. Like they were on
You're
fire.
rubbing them now.
Yeah, they're better today. I put icy hot on them last night.
Jesus,
Few words for you, brother. Knee pads.
Yeah, a
pads.
good dick sucker would give that compliment or that idea.
He's going to have the fucking
Oh, dude.
frozen peas with saran wrap
No,
around his
I
fucking
took-
knees tonight.
I took a shower. I took a shower to rinse off, and then I went and bathed in the bathtub, and then icy hotted, and then I'm going to bed.
And then you shake plated.
I did that this morning. Actually, it fucking did wonders, dude.
Loosened you up.
Oh, dude, this morning I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like sitting there fucking stretching, you know.
Yeah.
And Ashley's like, "You need to start stretching." I'm like, "That's what I'm doing."
Yeah.
And she goes, "No, in general." I'm like, "Oh yeah, probably."
Yeah, for sure.
We-
Everybody
and,
needs to
we
do
all
10
do.
minutes of
Right.
yoga, but we don't.
And I said, I'm gonna go hit the vibration table. And so I went and stood on this thing, and I
Sounds
got
like a
done.
big sex toy, doesn't it? The
You
vibration
need to bring
table.
that fucking thing down here.
I feel like I'd get
We
a
should-
Woody.
Let's get
I
on
should
that
bring
fucker
it on
for an
there.
episode.
Dude, it's kind of hilarious.
We try. I try it.
And if you're wearing shorts with no underwear underneath,
Your
man,
dick jiggles?
everything's just fucking
Flopping
That's what I'm saying. I'd get a Woody.
Yeah, sorry, there's not that much to see on me.
Just a little
Yeah, whiteness.
tic tac in your pocket, or you happy to see me?
I'm straight saltine, brother.
Oh my god.
But
Oh,
it did
fuck.
work, and then I had to finish the landscaping today, so now I feel like I need to get on that vibration plate again.
It's the second day that does you in.
Oh,
Like doing
dude.
it back to back.
And then I took a shower, and I was like, all right. And I feel like when I sat down, I got stiff.
Wait till you lay in bed tonight and wake up in the morning. You're gonna be like, oh,
already-
fuck.
I texted one of my employees, and I said, if I can't walk tomorrow at work, this is why. And I sent the pictures of the landscape, and she's like, we moved like 500 plus pound safe at
Yeah.
the beginning of this past week from our conference room into the storage room where it should have been. And I busted my elbow up on a water shut off, like trying to push this thing. I came off it, and she's got this CBD lotion cream deal.
Uh-oh.
yeah.
That stuff works wonders.
Yeah,
Really?
sure does.
And
Yeah, it really works
and I
wonders,
was like,
everybody.
I-
I
like-
couldn't feel anything, and I was really hungry.
The next day I came into work and I said, "You got more of that?" She goes, "Your elbow stored?" I'm like, "No, I just want to put it on there because
Yeah.
it's got marijuana in it." And she started laughing, but she's like, if you come to work tomorrow, I got the CBD lotion still down there, so you get the
Nice.
pot lotion. I'm like,
Well, just
"Sweet."
make sure you don't like pop
He's
a
got it
random
on
drug.
hand in the office.
That's what I was
love
gonna
it.
say. Make sure you don't pop a random drug test for the office. You might fail.
I'm not eating it.
You're absorbing it.
No, you won't.
Not worried about that. I ate a poppy seed muffin.
I was at a concert and people were passing stuff around.
Yeah.
I didn't touch it, but
I was
definitely
just surrounded
secondhand,
by
yeah.
people doing it.
I was around people that did it.
Absorb.
Yeah, I had that once up in Andrew for when we were installing internet, and it was on Martin Luther King Day, and I'm kind of ashamed of this, but so we go in there and like we knock on the door, and this lady answers the door, and it was like fucking Cheech and Chong's dorm room. When she opened it, dude, it was just fucking a big
Clouds.
cloud.
Smoke
Oh, dude, it was
rolling
so bad. And I was like, holy
Smells
shit.
good in here.
So
What kind
we-
of incense is that?
We walk in, and there's her husband or boyfriend fucking passed out in a fucking fold-out lawn chair in the kitchen. Like, just
Oh my
comatose
god, that's
back.
fucking
Yeah.
funny.
And,
Living his best life,
and I'm
dude.
sitting there trying to figure out why the power wasn't working on our fiber card and everything. And she goes, I'm surprised y'all are working today on this holiday. And I didn't mean it in the way it came up, but I was like, oh no, we only get major holidays off. And I started working.
Oh my god.
The guy that was with me was like, are you like, he's trying not to laugh. And like I took me a minute, and I'm like, you know, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's. And then when we fucking left, we were like rolling out of the place laughing because I'm like, I literally just said that to someone. Like, no, Martin Luther King Jr. holiday is not a real holiday. And
You don't have to say it. Now it's on the internet forever.
Yep.
It lives.
I felt terrible, but he's like, hey, you caught yourself with the Christmas thing. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, were you at all worried about after you said that? I'm like, no, because what the fuck was he going to do? He was passed out in a chair.
He did not
dude.
hear me.
like,
he was
yeah,
not with
so-
us.
Anyways, there's that story.
That's funny.
But yeah, no, good week. Other than that, yeah.
I think it's called a bank holiday.
Yeah, definitely not a holiday we get off.
Columbus Day,
We don't get that
President's
off either.
Day,
Yeah, we don't get that off either.
Happy Kwanzaa Day.
That's what I meant, like
Well, come on, change it up.
major holidays.
GM, change it up.
Yeah, no. So
That would require more red knees.
that was my week. Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, way to
Red
come
knees.
back on that. I like it.
Dick sucking knees.
Yes, that was the joke.
Cool. So that was our weeks. Should we jump into Van's Liquor first?
Yeah, let's
And then-
jump into
Let's
it.
jump into it.
Let's dive into it.
Yeah.
Let's
dive
get into it.
Let's slide into it.
We're really not drinking anything new
Let's
tonight.
make like a tree and leaf.
No, it's a
Pedialyte.
Mike,
I need some of that.
Mike's
fucking shit.
rehydrating from the weekend.
I need copious amounts of water.
I'm drinking Busch Lights.
Drinking.
You guys are drinking carblesses.
Carbless.
Carbless.
They there was a study that just came out about the #1 beer sold and drank in all the states. Do you know what Iowa's is?
Yingling.
No, no, because it's not even available in
Busch
Iowa.
Light.
Keystone.
See, I guess Busch Light, Miller Light.
Oh,
yeah.
Western Iowa, yeah.
Yeah, that's
doubt.
what I told my dad. I said it's probably them Western Iowa fucks.
It is.
Yeah,
They do.
otherwise known as far eastern Nebraskans.
They
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do Miller Lite and Coors.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Makes sense now.
Coors
Miller.
Banquet.
Them
No,
fucking
Coors Light.
Western Iowa people.
Yeah, but we also like it's weird because like when I first came up here with Candace, to Bellevue.
What?
No, every
Yeah.
time he says Candace, I just
Yeah, I know.
Candace dick fit in your mouth. I can't not laugh.
Well, we went to
I've never
wedding-
met a person whose name was actually Candace until
Candace,
I met
yeah.
your wife.
Yeah, Candace
it's
Cameron,
phenomenal.
Candace.
So
Green.
unfortunate
I don't
for her.
know. So when we came up
Just
here,
name a bunch of porn stars.
yeah, every wedding, none of y'all had keg beer. Like nobody has
What?
keg beer up here.
What?
What?
You go to weddings, most of it's like cans, right?
I don't know what kind of hoity-toity weddings
Yeah.
you've been going to, but every
Oh,
wedding
it
I've
seems
been
like
to
every
had a
wedding
fucking
that I
keg
went
or
to down
three.
at the bowling alley or at Horizon Lanes was always fucking cans
It
of beer.
depends where you go.
What?
Yeah, I mean every wedding
I
I've been
think we
to.
went through plenty of kegs for our wedding.
And
We-
so,
we
like
had
at
a
our,
keg at our wedding.
yeah, when you're in Western Iowa, nobody does cans or bottles. It's just all keg.
Hmm.
So that was one of the interesting things. But yeah,
you
it's
guys
always,
also eat cinnamon rolls with your chili.
yeah, we do.
Weirdos.
Like in
I
the chili?
I don't know
No, they eat it with it.
with it. It's
Like,
like
you take
in
a bite of chili, take a bite of cinnamon roll?
It's like a Midwest
essentially.
thing.
Yeah.
No, it's like a Western Iowa, Nebraska thing.
Yeah.
Unless
Just-
you're telling me you do it.
No, I never have.
put
I
ketchup
just
on
know
it.
the people that like
No.
I hear about it, so I think
Yeah.
it's a Midwest thing.
But it's like the Eastern Iowa thing, a turkey dressing. Who would have thought that was actually something?
It's delicious.
Speaking of turkey and dressing. So I was sitting sitting with my dad at Geronimo's in Springbrook. And I
Yeah.
went and grabbed a bite to eat. Was it Saturday?
Mhm.
Around 1 o'clock. But he's talking, they're like 40th class anniversary is coming up, class reunion.
Mhm.
So they want to do something. They haven't done anything since their 25th. And so he's talking to Mo there about catering. And he's like, yeah, do you do turkey and dressing sandwiches? And Mo just kind of looks at him like this. And he's like, I can. And my
Yeah,
dad's
what
like,
the
what? And I'm
fuck?
like, fucking pick something good.
Yeah,
like, what's
yeah.
wrong with
Yeah,
you?
why would you do that?
Like, dude.
His thought process was for a lot of people, it's easy to do.
Yeah,
Ugh,
but
it's
Yeah.
the
fucking,
worst.
yeah, it's going to be
You don't like
easy
it?
to do when you have a lot of
No,
left.
fuck no, dude.
I
I've
will
This
eat
is
a
no
turkey
offense
and
to
dressing
anybody
sandwich,
and
but it's not
any
my
of the
go-to.
invites I'm gonna get because I know I'll get some and plenty of them. If I walk into your graduation party and you have a
Turkey
turkey and
dressing?
dressing sandwich, I will not eat.
I'm gone.
Yeah,
What?
it's easy to
Yeah.
do
It's
because you
not
only have to
good.
make half
It's
of what you
not
should.
good.
Turkey and dressing's delicious.
No, it's
You must not have
Sometimes.
ever had any good turkey and dressing.
Sometimes
Do you
it's
like
okay.
stuffing
Yeah, I love stuffing.
at Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
No, I don't. I'd rather not
well,
eat that.
but
I mean,
I don't
like,
do
I just
Then I
don't
understand
find
why
it
you don't like
appealing.
it.
like I don't do stovetop
Mushy
stuffing. Like,
bread
yeah, we
and
do
stuff
hard,
like that. Like, no thanks.
yeah, ours isn't stuffing that we stuff in a turkey or that's mushy. Like we actually have ours and it's kind of crunchy like croutons. It's soft, but it's not crunchy. Yeah.
Josh just eating turkey mashed potatoes
He's
and a bunch of
eating fucking
croutons.
croutons.
No,
He's got a bag of
Now
garlic,
you give me garlic
Hey.
butter.
garlic Texas toast
Hey,
croutons.
Josh, you're supposed to cook them.
yeah, we do.
He's opening the stuffing and just pouring it out of the bag onto his plate.
No.
Dinner's
Like-
served.
No.
Like the crispy onions for
No.
for
Green
a
beans.
fucking green bean casserole.
Yeah.
Josh uses croutons.
No, dude, it's we do a different kind of stuffing.
You want some croutons on your mashed potatoes?
What the fuck? You eat it crunchy?
No, but like when you put it in a casserole pan and you actually
You can
bake it like it's
crisp it up
you
on
can
the
crisp
top
the
a little
top up so you get crunchy on the top. Like our breadcrumbs are like that big.
I like
They're-
stuffing, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to eat a turkey
We do a-
stuffing.
No,
We do-
I love turkey dressing.
Our stuffing is
In
pretty
the
good.
fall. I like it. I don't eat it now.
It's chorizo, roasted red pepper.
If I went to a class reunion and they had turkey and dressing, I'd be upset.
Yeah.
Same.
So would I.
So
Chorizo is not. That's
chorizo's way different.
Yeah, I know. It just
It's
adds
delicious.
it adds a little flavor into the stuffing.
okay.
A lot of people do stuffing with sausage.
What?
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fucking
You put-
Nebraska shit are you
No, it's not
talking?
from Nebraska. It's from here in this
Dude,
side of
you
the
might as
state,
well just eat
Wisconsin.
Tacos on Thanksgiving.
There's
at
a lot
that
of people
point.
that put sausage into their stuffing. It's crazy, I know.
I've never put sausage in my stuffing, but I've stuffed some sausage.
That sounded really bad. Gay club?
Huh?
Gay club?
Ryan
No,
adds
I
a
stuffed
sausage
my
to his
sausage.
stuffing.
Oh.
Anyways, so I was at Van's Liquor today. They had a.
Oh my god.
Off topic. here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Back
I was
into
at
it.
Vance today. They had a lot of shit, a lot of good deals. I bought some Yingling Flight.
They also had alcohol.
Bought some bought some Good Boys tea and seltzers. I'm interested to try their lemonades. They didn't have them yet, but yeah, no,
Hopefully here soon.
yeah. It's gonna be, if those are as good as the teas, it's gonna be one drunk summer. That's all I gotta say.
4th of July is going to get crazy.
Maybe.
I just
we
hope
don't
it
really
doesn't
get fucked
taste
up
too.
that
No.
bad.
I'm sorry.
I just hope it doesn't
I do.
taste too Minute Maid-ish.
No,
agree.
let me rephrase. At Music in the Park, we have a very good time.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
But when we
smashed.
do our
that's-
fireworks,
no, that's
we
what I
don't get
meant.
all messed
yeah,
up.
Yeah, Heritage Days. in the
I
park.
might have a beer before we light fireworks, and then I may have one while we're lighting fireworks, and then I may have a couple after.
Sinus, we did have a pretty good rager last year with the cast. So this year, maybe you swing up.
We won't be at Music in the Park this year.
What?
That's our firework night.
What? The pork tornadoes
Oh,
are coming.
man.
Not on Music in the Park night. They're coming on
Oh.
Saturday.
Okay. Might have to swap the nights then.
Yeah, currently looking for a babysitter for that.
So
I asked my nephew.
So if
already.
anybody's out there,
when the pork teas announced, I was like, oh hell
that's
yeah.
at 3 o'clock on Saturday.
So I
3 o'clock.
yeah.
It's before the fireworks.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking die.
we're gonna be hammered.
I will be so sweaty. It's not even funny.
It might not be hot.
It might.
Yeah, okay. And I might become the next pope. You know.
Hey, they're
Fuck
looking
it.
Hey.
for one.
Isn't
Yeah,
it-
I heard.
I believe the position's open still.
There is a vacant.
I sent a resume.
position.
Haven't heard anything back.
You don't look too Roman Catholic to me, bud.
Well, you know.
When the Pope died, I said to one of the people at work, I said, why don't they get a younger Pope? And they're like, all of a sudden one was like, they've tried that once. I'm like, what?
Yeah, John Paul II. He was in there for like 35 years.
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
He was.
The more you know.
I think like he was like 60 when he got in, which is really uncommon because like
That's
most of them
still
were
old.
like Most of them are like 80, 75, 80 plus.
Why don't they get a 30-year-old pope?
They don't think that you've gone through enough yet.
Who's there? How are they judging?
Catholic Church, just based upon
got
what
it.
you do. There's qualifications you have to be a cardinal.
Koala-fications.
Koala-fications. Sounded really Catholic right there.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that commercial.
Yeah, here's a quick word from Vans Liquor.
Are you ready to make every moment unforgettable? Well, we've got the perfect pit stop for you. Vans Liquor. Need a rare bottle for that special occasion? Vans Liquor has it. Craving the finest beers for your weekend hangout? Vans Liquor has it. Just over the bridge at 470 Cincinnati Avenue, East Dubuque. Vans Liquor has everything you need to turn the ordinary into extraordinary. Don't settle for less. Choose the best at Vans Liquor. Your celebration headquarters in East Dubuque.
Thank you, Vans Liquor Store. For all your beverage needs, head to Vans Liquor Store on.
I feel like my
Cincinnati Avenue.
microphone cuts out when I say it like that.
I actually had yesterday. I had someone I know. They texted me and they said, "Did you say high noons are not seltzery, like carbonated a lot?" And I said, "Yeah, they're not bad." I said, "Either Happy Dads or Good Boys." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And I said, "What'd you get?" She goes, "High Noons and Happy Dads." I said, "Why didn't you get Good Boy?" And she goes, "They didn't have any at Hy-Vee." And I said, "Do you not listen to our podcast?"
Yeah, what the fuck?
Vans Liquor on Cincinnati Avenue.
Yeah.
has
East
them.
Dubuque.
And she's like, busted.
Yeah. Come on now.
Gee, thanks for the support, Dick.
Yeah. Appreciate you
We
watching
could
the
say
show.
the same thing about them.
She actually does. She bought jerky because of us and stuff like that. So.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I recant my
Okay,
previous
we
statement.
appreciate
Yeah,
you.
so- Ryan made mention of the NFL draft. We're going to discuss a little bit. It was draft weekend, starting Thursday and finishing yesterday.
Oh, it's over?
Yeah.
It's over.
Mm.
I've been paying real close attention.
You
Yeah.
can tell.
There was a big highlight, though. Probably the biggest slide in
We're-
NFL draft
We're going to
history.
get into the Shadur Sanders.
What?
I stole your thunder.
Yeah,
Talking about
Shadur Sanders.
Shadur
The biggest slide in NFL history. A guy that was projected to go 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, but
Really?
who makes these
I didn't-
projections?
Oh yeah, that was
His
at
dad
the, That
projected
was at the
that.
beginning of the year. No, it
Oh.
was projected.
I only saw Mel Kiper saying that. I didn't see him going that high. I didn't hear a lot of people saying that he was going to go that high.
It was projected, but then everybody kind of anticipated he would go like 21 or something to the Steelers, maybe.
Yeah.
And then he got passed up on that. And then when the Giants traded up to have that late pick in the first, they ended up taking Jackson Dart instead.
Hey, the Saints called him and told him he was going to be their
No,
next pick.
that was a
But it
joke
wasn't
call.
the Saints.
Yeah, that was funny.
Dude.
Did you hear about
That
that?
sucks, though.
Yeah.
Did you hear who it
That's
was?
some bullshit.
It was Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator's
no,
son.
I
Yeah.
heard it was a frat boy at Ole Miss.
No.
So that
No, it
he-
came
hold
out
on.
today.
He is a frat boy at Old Miss. He
He
currently
was-
goes to Old Miss, but
He's
he had got a phone number leaked from his dad's iPad or his laptop.
His
and,
iPad.
And he had Shadur's private phone number for the draft from this call sheet. And they called him and acted like the Saints.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
horrible.
But he got it from his dad's shit. So now there's a whole investigation into like,
well,
did anything get leaked?
Yeah, but-
what else?
Shadur's not the only one. There
Yeah.
were several other prospects that got fake calls
That's horrible.
during the draft too. The kid, he put out an apology, but
Who
Yeah.
fucking cares,
Yeah.
it's
dude?
like, dude, that's
Fuck
fucked
that
up.
kid.
Obviously,
Somebody
he's-
will find that kid and beat the fuck out
Oh,
of him.
they
I
already know.
guarantee
They
it.
already know who it is.
Yeah.
ESPN put out a big report. So
No, I'm saying they will actually
So
find
obviously,
that guy.
because
Oh,
it
absolutely.
happened to Shadur Sanders, I thought it was hilarious. But
That's so rude,
I
dude.
can see where you get it, and you're like,
I
this
also
would be a
think
great
it's
prank.
terrible. Like
yeah.
you know, but
You just hate Neon. I get it.
It's one of those deals
no,
where you're
yeah,
No, yeah.
all of them.
like, I don't know.
Like it's ridiculous. Like I would fucking Stephen A. Smith. I don't know, Acho. He's on some podcast and sports show. Are all claiming this is a racial thing, and it's like, what
Oh,
are
no,
you
I don't think
fucking
it's a racial
talking about?
thing.
No, that's what they're all saying.
Yeah.
They said this is another Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, I don't think it's a racial thing.
No.
How is it when 25 fucking people that were drafted in the first round were the same color as Shadur Sanders?
Yeah, yeah. You can't look at it like that.
It's not racial.
No, it's not.
It's because the guy's actually not that good.
Well,
He
you
did
know,
a
I'm-
lot better.
I thought he had
not-
pretty good stats. I mean,
Yeah.
he had the best completion rate out of any quarterback last year.
Yeah,
So
and
that's
I
pretty
mean,
good.
his first year at Colorado, he did, I thought, phenomenally in comparison.
I mean, I think the kid's got natural raw talent.
Yeah,
I think he's got potential if somebody can work with him. here's the problem, and I've said this for a couple days now. One, if I have a locker room that has the vibe and gels the way I want it to, and I have a program going the way I want it to, do I want to bring in somebody that I know is going to not gel with people, bring all kinds of outside attention, and possibly be a huge disruptance in the locker room in as a rookie? I don't know if I want to ruin my program that way. Now, at the same time, I lost my train of thought when I was saying that. But anyway, I don't want all those fucking problems to come with him.
Yeah.
You know, and at the same time, like the Giants, they sat down and they talked to him. The Giants front office did.
Yeah.
And they said it's one of the worst interviews they've ever had with a
Dabble
player.
said it was terrible.
Awful. There's a difference between being confident
Being
and
arrogant.
having confidence and being arrogant.
Yep.
All right. And I think he's past confidence and a little bit arrogant. But I think his biggest problem is his dad. Even if he goes to a team that's willing to work with him and put in the time and help him and develop him, is he going to listen to the team and the management, or is he going to go ask his dad what he should be doing?
Well,
you know?
I did like what Shiloh did after he got signed. Shiloh actually dropped his dad as his manager.
I think it's not a
He's-
terrible idea.
No, it was before he got signed. He dropped him. He dropped
Yeah,
him
it
as a
was-
manager, and he made the statement, "Well,
Yeah.
it didn't work the first day." So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good for him, get his dad out of it and quit having his dad.
he was
make
signed free
issues.
agent.
Shiloh
with
had
the
a-
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Shiloh could have kept. He had more eligibility at the
So did
collegiate
Shadur.
level.
Yeah.
See, here's my thought though. Shadur doesn't go in the first round, doesn't go in the second, going into the third. Withdraw from the draft. Say fuck it. Go play another year of college and work on your stuff.
Yeah, because
and
that
then
would have
go.
been awkward having to go back to Colorado and pick a different number because
Yeah,
I
not if you
retired
kill
my
it.
It
jersey.
is
Well-
what it is. I mean, fuck it. Who cares?
How does that work though? If you want your number back, I bet you'd be
They
able to
retired
wear
it.
They retired it.
You can unretire something pretty easy. You just fucking knock it off the wall.
I want to go back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, he got drafted at the end of the day.
Yeah, I
You know, he
I
went-
honestly hope he does good.
to a
I s-
5 QB deep team.
So and the Browns drafted QB earlier in the draft.
Yeah, well, Dion already said he's not. We're not going to compete. We'll handle this. He already made a statement about. how they
Dion
have
said
another-
he
another-
tweeted out the day before the draft that he would not allow Shadur to play for the Browns.
No, that was 7 years ago.
That was from 2018.
Oh,
was
no,
it?
no.
no.
Back
Yeah.
in 2018, he said no quarterback should go to the Browns.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
on what I read today on ESPN.
That was right. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I seen a meme today from when Baker Mayfield got drafted by the Browns, and it made me laugh because of this situation. It said, "Baker Mayfield to the pit of misery." The Cleveland Browns, where all good quarterbacks go to die. Like,
Honestly,
yeah, so they have Flacco, they have Deshaun Watson,
Yep.
they
And then
have
this kid they picked before Shadur.
and Shadur Sanders, and I think there was one more. It was like a 5-deep QB room.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't have an offensive line, you probably need a couple extra quarterbacks.
And that's a crazy thing about this whole draft was like teams not picking what they should to like round out their team right away. Like, I don't know. I would have expected you guys with the Bears not to draft a tight end right away and to take a offensive tackle. I
Well,
know you
so-
guys did in second round, but
No,
like,
so here's the deal.
is Komet done?
We picked up some very good offensive linemen in the offseason.
No.
And you got to look at what Ben Johnson does, the new head coach. Ben Johnson goes into Detroit, and what's the first thing that happens? TJ Hawkinson is traded to the Minnesota Vikings, and they go in the draft and they draft Sam Laporta, who can win in man-to-man coverage.
Mm-hmm.
He comes to the Bears. Cole Kmet's not considered done. They draft a guy that can win in man-to-man coverage. And look at what Sam Laporta did for the Lions.
Sure.
And is still doing.
Yeah.
So that's just Ben Johnson's scheme.
Yeah.
I was shocked that we took the guy we did and not the Penn State tight end.
Mm-hmm.
But then more and more reading into it, yeah, the Penn State tight end's exactly the same kind of play guy Cole Kmet is.
Yeah.
So he got a guy that can win the battle. And I became more and more okay with that. I was a little surprised on the wide receiver pick, but supposedly that's the best yard after carry or yard after catch wide receiver in the draft.
Got the best yak out there.
So I'm happy. There's only one pick that like they graded like a C for the Bears. So I think it was a good draft though for the Bears.
What do you think, Steinus?
I thought it was.
Smart fuckers over
Sorry.
here picking.
I thought I saw one of my letters peeling off, and I'm like, that no fucking way.
That's quality. there.
Honestly, don't know much about this, but I thought the same thing to you about the Bears. Is like I was surprised that they took a tight end because I know that like Caleb Williams was like scrambling for his life last year. So like I
Yeah.
figured that they would be trying to get. But like you guys know me, I don't know much about the NFL, but that was one of my thoughts as well. The Shador thing, like I don't know, I think I have a different mindset as you guys. Like I hope he does. I hope he proves everybody wrong. I don't want to listen to his dad if he does prove everybody wrong because I think that's obviously where he gets his attitude from.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know. I don't really like to see people fail all that much, and like I love a true underdog story. Like if all these people don't think he's that good, like nobody thought Tom Brady was good,
Aaron Rodgers, everybody.
right? Nobody thought that they were good. I like that. I like that type of shit.
Yeah, but he's had his whole life built and catered to get him to the NFL.
That's a
Oh.
lot of people in the league, dude.
Yeah.
No,
A lot. Yeah, it is.
I'll disagree. No.
Okay.
I would say that's like
There are people in the league like that for
Right.
sure.
I would
agree.
say there's a lot.
But I mean, I'm not calling it an underdog story.
Uh.
No way.
It is now though because he didn't get drafted until the third round.
there was a
Still
report
not
that
drafted.
came
So if he
out.
comes out and starts by the middle of the year, I would say that's a win for him.
There was a report that came out.
I
like,
hope he plays well. I mean, I don't hate the guy. I
Yeah.
don't not like the guy, but I wouldn't call him an underdog.
like
by
2
any
days
means.
before the draft, the post came out that there was supposedly a lot of teams that were not interested in him, and I think that was clearly shown.
Yeah.
And I the whole racial thing that people are making it out to be it's the same thing that happened with Caitlin Clark. Is there's no racial thing to be made here,
It's a performance-based
Right.
industry.
And
It's a
when you-
It's
sport.
entertainment.
when you interview with multiple teams and they all have the same story of it was a terrible interview.
Yeah.
This guy, like, he's not where he should be. We don't want him as a quarterback. I mean, look at the Giants. The Giants are the ones who need a quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and they found it better to take Jackson Dart over Shador, who, I mean, is Shador a better quarterback? Probably. More athletic. But clearly they saw something in Jackson Dart that
Everybody's scheme's different. They need a different style of quarterback. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of those to go around.
I think Shitter's got a lot left that he could learn and pick up at the college level.
And that could very well happen as
But,
soon
I
as
mean,
he does
he's-
get away from his dad, right?
That's
as
his
soon
biggest
as,
thing.
As
He's gotta
soon
get
as
away
he
from his
doesn't have
dad.
his dad in his ear every single day and he's actually
don't-
able
I
to
don't think it's
listen to other people.
I don't think it's going to stop though. I
I
don't
don't
think his
either.
dad's never not going to be in his ear ever. Maybe I hope I'm wrong because I think he needs to get out from that shadow.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, get his own glory.
But it's got to be, he's got to want to. You know what I mean?
I mean, I
Like,
don't,
that's the only way it'll work is if he's like, all right, dad, dude, enough. Like,
Yeah.
if you want me to actually be successful, I got to focus on my energy with what my coaches are telling me and what my teammates are telling me. I can't learn shit if you're in my ear telling me one thing when my coach is telling me the other.
Right.
He's got to want to, otherwise it's just not
Right.
going to work.
Well, and I think
Yeah.
there's something to be said though too. Like, I remember when Dion became coach at Colorado, and I was one of the first that got real fed up with the media bullshit.
Oh, we
like
know.
the way
We know.
ESPN and
Oh, I bought a
everybody-
Colorado Buffalo hat.
Did you really?
Yeah.
The way they all
Prime
hyped
time.
him up.
He was working
Dude.
for Barstool at the time. I was like, go Buffs.
The way they all
Coach
hyped
Prime.
him up, and then to watch him continually have bad years at Colorado made me happy. And it wasn't because it's Dion; it's because of the media. I was so tired of hearing about it. I was so tired of the dick sucking. I was so tired of the red knees, essentially, that ESPN was giving him.
And I say, I think you're a pretty big fan, right?
Yeah, no, none of that. Of landscaping. But I just got so tired of it that and not that I wanted to see his son fail, but then his son started becoming more and more like Dion.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I would love to go back a year and see what would Shador do without Travis Hunter, a Heisman winner,
Yeah, probably nothing.
the number 2 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy that played both sides of the ball, but what would he have done? Because they had no run game.
Yeah.
So it's
Not much.
it's interesting. I can't believe people are making this out to be something that the NFL got together and decided as owners we're not going to draft this kid.
Well,
That move has been done before, though.
yeah, absolutely.
Not saying that this is the
Right.
case, but that move has been done before.
I do think a little bit too is some of these kids, they gotta. All right, this is my opinion. I think if you skip fucking your draft day workouts and your pro day and the combine and all that shit, you're hurting your chances of being drafted.
They did do one,
And I
though, didn't
think-
they?
No, he didn't do.
Him
any
and
of-
Travis did one together, did they not? I thought I saw the footage on that. No?
No.
Oh.
They
Okay,
said-
anyway, sorry,
They
go.
said their college careers were evidence enough, which
Oh.
he had good moments and bad moments. But anyway, so if you're gonna skip out on that shit and then get mad because you don't get drafted, and the kids that went there are the ones getting drafted, that's how it should be. If you're seriously wanting to go to the next level, and I don't care if you're the biggest, most arrogant fucking football player in the world.
You do what's
Okay, if
asked.
you're that good, show up and prove it.
Mhm.
It shouldn't be a problem for you. It should be a cakewalk.
Yeah.
Come do it. Why don't you want to do it? Are you scared? Are
Is
you
it-
worried that we're going to see the phony you are? And I'm not saying this about him,
Yeah.
but I think the message hopefully was sent to these
Yeah.
other younger kids. The way college sports are today, it's not how it used to be.
Right.
You know, they're making millions.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, fucking come do the workout, or it's going to hurt your draft stock. And I
Yeah.
think that's how it should be.
It's the interview for the job that
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
Come to the
Like, that's what it is.
come to the
right?
combine, run your 40,
Yeah.
do your bench press stuff, do your standing broad jump, all that shit.
Yeah.
Even though, like, a lot of that stuff is arguably goofy, you know, like,
Oh, for
you know,
sure.
your
but
40 time really doesn't indicate how great you are at football.
look at the defensive.
Just-
look at the defensive tackle from Florida, the fucking 464-pound kid.
Yeah.
He did 40 reps on the bench press. He had a 25-inch vertical, which
Yeah.
for that big is a lot, and he ran a 40 and 5'9".
Yeah. That's pretty good.
I mean, for a guy that size, that's fucking moving,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I couldn't even run a 40.
He's gonna be a
5'9".
fucking monster.
Yeah. I think the whole Sanders deal, you said, Mike, it was kind of hyped up by the media.
Oh, for sure.
But here's the deal. What have they really had to be excited about over the past couple years that was any different? So that was my thing, is like, I just felt like, yeah, the media did fucking attach to it and like really run it way too hard, too long. But there wasn't really much else out there for them to
No.
report on. So
Well,
they
you
were
wouldn't-
They
trying,
have to talk
They
You
about
were
wouldn't
trying
know
to-
because that's all you're going to
they
hear
were
about
trying
anyway.
to create a story. You know,
Yeah.
Jackson State, oh, he's now in D1. Now he's bringing his kid, the number one fucking 5-star recruit in the nation. You know, I get it. Like, they're just trying to, like, they wanted news. They needed to have something.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with this whole draft deal. You know, Shadur made it out to be about him and not the NFL.
Well,
This
and it's the media, and
Yeah.
it's the commentators that are the Stephen A. Smiths and them that are making it something that it's not. I came across a TikTok the other day. It was this lady sitting there going, I think what they should do, because this is clearly a racial thing, is all the black players should leave the NFL. We'll start our own league. And I'm like, there was 25. Number one, then the NFL would suck.
The
But-
white boys would be fucked.
But number two, like I think the stat was like 26 out of 32 picks in the first round. It was like 80%
Yeah.
in the first and second round were black athletes.
Yeah.
So clearly it's not a racial thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, here's the deal. Okay, people say, well, Shadur, you know, he's dressed kind of not like like a gangster. He's got his chain and all that shit on. So do all those other first round
Yeah,
picks.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
have chains on. They're looking fly, whatever. Who cares?
If
It's
someone's
not.
paying me to wear their stuff, I'll wear it.
It's not how you look, brother.
Yeah.
That was not the problem. It wasn't how you looked. It's
Yeah.
not the color of your skin. That's not the issue.
They were saying it was because when he went and interviewed with these teams, had these meetings, he didn't change the way he acts like other people do, and that the white owners of these teams did not like it.
Well, I don't
Well-
know. When I go to a job interview, I act way more courteous than I act on this fucking
Yeah, you got to
podcast,
read the
you
room
know?
and know the room that you're in.
I mean, you're trying
I
to
just
make a
think
good
it's
impression.
Like it's as much as the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese thing, right? There's a big racial thing that was created for no reason. There was nothing to be created, and this is what's happening
Yeah.
here as well.
Yeah.
And there's flat out the guy slid to the 5th round because nobody wanted him until the 5th round.
It's kind of like the.
I think it's the easiest way
I-
to put it.
Do you remember the Draft Day movie with
Yeah.
Kevin Costner?
And Aaron Foster.
And it reminds me of that quarterback from Wisconsin. You know, they kept like, what was wrong with him? They were going to draft him.
everybody was
as number
skipping him.
Nobody wants Bo Nix. Nobody wants Bo. Was that what his name was?
No, it was
It was Bo something.
Bo something, but
Yeah, what Nix is out there. I know he plays for you guys. But yeah, it was crazy because they're like, oh, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? You know, what did he do? He didn't have anybody show up to his birthday.
Well, I will say they did send people to, they sent guys to Colorado, and they went and interviewed with teammates and stuff, and they asked about Shadur and what he's like and stuff. And all of his teammates had positive things to say.
Absolutely.
They said in the huddle, he keeps it light, he keeps it fun. He's like, this is going to be okay. Let's go do our thing,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think.
Which that's good. And he has potential for sure, but I think he's just got a little bit of a reputation that some teams don't like. I hope he can break it. I'd love to see the guy do great. It'd be awesome. But
yeah, and that's what I think. It
we'll
just
see what
needs to get
happens.
out of, out of this of the limelight and just be like, hey, let's like I said before, I think like if he just gets the opportunity to get his dad out of his ear and like be able to listen to somebody else and put his energy into that, like I mean, I think he's got the skills, right? You don't get
for
to where
sure.
he's at now without having the skills to be able to do the job. It's just, once you start, I don't know, once you start building up confidence because you've earned it and not just because the fact that people are just always telling you you're good, you're awesome, like once you start believing it because you've put the work in to be that good, I don't know. I think it can be pretty special, and I hope he kind of does. To be honest,
We'll
That's
see what
kinda where
happens
I'm
this
at.
year.
What was up with this year's draft? This was like one of the first years I remember where the majority of the first round picks were not there.
Oh, I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no
They
kidding?
were all
Most of them were at
out of
home
town.
or whatever.
Mhm.
Maybe because it was up in Green Bay. That's what I like to say. Did you
I don't
see
know,
what
I-
Clay
it-
Matthews first thing he said?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Talking about living rent free.
You didn't see it?
I
Yeah,
didn't
he
see
said
shit.
the
So
Bears
he
still
comes
suck.
out. He comes out and he goes, "I got this letter from Donald Trump. So here, quick. This is what he wants me to say to you, my
Just got
fellow
off the phone with
Americans."
him.
And he turns his paper around. He goes, "The Bears still suck." and it's great that the Bears live rent free in the Packer fans and players' heads all year round. I love it. I'm like, I had a bunch of messages from buddies. What a fucking douchebag! And I'm like, oh yeah, it's Clay Matthews.
I'm
But,
gonna
uh,
say that's
You
it's
never
the
forget your
same.
rivals,
I'm
Right.
sure it's vice versa for you guys though too.
Oh yeah, I make fun of him.
No, I'm just saying like the Packers would live rent free in a Bears fans. You know what I
Oh
mean?
no,
That's your rivalry.
No, but they don't. They don't live rent free in our heads. We don't
Oh,
talk. No,
shit.
fuck
Oh,
too.
well, I don't think
Fuck
so.
too.
Oh,
Let's go.
shit.
We want
He
to go
still
down this
doesn't
path.
like
Let's
Aaron
go.
Rodgers.
Look at him. Get excited.
go.
No, they don't live
You want to go to that spot?
They don't live rent free.
I will fuck you up.
I will meet you in the parking lot after your soccer match.
Hey, you 15-year-old. Yeah, that's.
I'll
No.
fucking show you in
So
the
there's
parking
a
lot,
difference,
pal.
right? So I could be watching the Packers play the Lions, right?
Look at how quick you got worked
And-
up,
Yeah,
though.
he did. Real quick.
And I'm not going to sit there and talk about how the Packers sucked and this and that. Or I'm not going to send a fucking Packer fan a message and be like, how was that Lions game? If the Bears beat the Lions, Packer fans are quick to go to social media and go, the Bears still suck. We live rent-free in their heads. I would disagree on them living rent-free in our heads.
It's just like Iowa State here. You know, everybody lives rent free.
No, the only person that fucking Iowa State lives rent-free in their head is Kyle Shekel. That dude fucking hates him with a passion. Like there was probably
Pouring out for your dead homies.
There was there was probably two. Yeah, we wouldn't have to worry about it. He ain't listening to this.
I got
I
none
know.
left.
There was like
You
two
need- is there
Iowa
more in the
State
fridge?
wide receivers that got drafted, and I'm sure he was like, "Well, that was a waste of a pick,"
No.
you know, just because
Yeah.
he fucking hates him.
Yep.
Yeah. On another note, the Broncos did well in the draft.
Yeah, I don't
They
even
got
know who
a
they
couple
picked.
really good defenders.
Did they?
They got a running back, a punter, wide receiver.
I was
They did well. They did a lot of
surprised.
trading.
Like from Marquette,
No.
They don't have football.
the defenders.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
well, now they're gonna play with Bellevue, with the community school. But I was
One
surprised.
team, one town, baby.
So Caleb Johnson from Iowa, I thought dropped a little later than I thought he was going to go.
Okay.
And then there was some really late picks, but there was a lot of Iowa guys that got picked up at free agent. Like
Five or
the biggest
six.
one was Higgins for me. That I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, he didn't get drafted.
I know that was crazy.
And Sebastian Castro was another. There was a lot of free agent picks. The Steelers got what, 4 Iowa guys?
They got
Sebastian Castro? Is he related to
Fidel?
Fidel?
Probably. Probably, if you think
Maybe.
about it.
I mean,
Like a grandpa or
He
something?
doesn't
Hell of a
look
football
Russian to me.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's got a tan. I don't know.
was Fidel a good football player?
Fidel. Soccer, yeah.
What are you looking at me for? Dude? I'm like, you look to the one guy that doesn't really watch football. Yeah.
There was one cool story.
Yeah, he was great.
Great.
There was one cool story to come out of the. Well, he didn't get drafted, but former Dubuque Hempstead kid Nick Kubitz played for North Dakota State University as middle linebacker for the past couple of years, and he got picked up as a free agent yesterday.
I'm
So
gonna do
Very
it then.
cool.
I'm
he
gonna-
got signed. He
I'm gonna
got
do what
signed to
that
the
one guy
Falcons.
does.
So yeah, so he got signed to the Falcons. So I mean, he's going to be playing with some other good notable draft guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, super stoked for Jason.
It was a weird draft. I don't know.
Why?
It just
I didn't even realize it was going on until
Me neither.
people. There was a lot of picks that was like
You obviously weren't in the fantasy draft chat.
he went
at
that
all,
early.
were you?
Oh yeah, no.
I have that thing muted.
Yeah, so
I
do
don't
I.
fucking care.
Him and Kyle were just.
I'm in last
It's like
place
palm.
There
all the
was
time.
more people than that. There was people laughing at my jokes.
Oh, absolutely. I liked him. Nobody was
I was
laughing.
getting the ha-has.
Nobody's laughing at Kyle's.
Poor
He tried to
Kyle.
crack a few, but you didn't read any of that. Just muted the whole thing.
That one, the Packer guy, the head of the Packer fucking shareholders comes out to announce their first pick, and all I sent over to the fucking group chat was that he looks like he likes incest.
Is Kyle a Bears fan or was he like?
Yeah,
He's a Bears
Kyle's a
fan,
Bears
yeah.
fan.
The Bears.
That guy from South Dakota. I said that's definitely a mustache. Speaks. I'm from South Dakota.
Josh said Texas
No, I said or.
or Texas,
Texas,
right,
Ryan?
Ryan? And I'm like,
Question.
I haven't been paying attention, and I set my phone down, and kept working on the race car.
That's what
guess-
I go. No, he really is from South Dakota. He goes, I know, Mike.
Yeah, I guess my comment was like it did get missed that Ryan had a nice mustache as well when he had the handlebar. So that's why I said from
I don't
Texas.
think I ever had a handlebar mustache.
When you just did
You
your
just
last
had
trim,
one.
you had a
No,
handlebar.
it stops like right here, dude.
No, you
Corner
had
of the
it
mouth.
down. It
No,
was
I
handlebar.
don't
It was
let
down a
go
little
down.
further, at least halfway to the chin.
No, not at all.
That
sir.
was the reason why I made that comment. It just,
I'll make it shorter. It'd be like right here, right below the nose.
Yeah.
Perfect little mustache.
You won't.
text it to Kyle.
You won't.
Stretch.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus fuck.
You and Elon.
So
How many you just kicked off the air?
anything else on the draft?
Same what I saw.
No,
Anything else on the draft?
I don't think there's anything notable other than that.
No, not really. Just all the Shadur bullshit, the fake prank call.
That sucks.
It
dude.
does. It
That's
does.
fucking horrible.
It does.
It's funny, but
Speaking
it
of-
sucks.
I mean, like you've worked your whole life for this moment, and someone prank calls you about it. Yeah, I would probably fucking kick their ass.
Yeah, dude, that would suck.
yeah,
Fuck you, you're a 21-year-old shithead.
right.
The Falcons already came out and said they're not going to do anything to the dad. I mean, he didn't even know about it till after it happened.
I think someone's gonna beat that kid's ass. They're gonna find him somewhere after a bar or something.
Well, I have a feeling he won't be taking any work notes back home. So
Oh, shit.
all
We're gonna
work
have to
must stay in the office.
confiscate your iPad, sir.
Oh, how-
Why?
How bad would it be if you're like, oh yeah, my dad's the defensive coordinator for the Falcons? It's like, oh, can we go to a game? No, I'm banned from the stadium.
Can't go actually.
That was the other thing about
Yeah.
it, though. Like when the Browns drafted him, they showed the video of the draft room. They didn't even look happy to pick him.
Probably not.
They were
I
sitting
heard
there
a
with
rumor
straight
that
face.
the owner forced it.
He just wanted to have okay.
Shadur get drafted.
Well, just because you got drafted doesn't mean you made the team yet.
no, absolutely right.
It's a no guarantee. He could still get cut.
No, that means he can't go to college. Go back
Well, they're
to
gonna
college.
they're gonna try to fucking.
Well,
find
I'm
a way
sure he has
cut
to pay him
Deshaun.
something right away.
Well, yeah.
but-
How? I mean, do you really expect this guy to start over Deshaun Watson?
no,
Or Joe Flacco.
I don't think he's gonna play.
I would think with the,
Flacco's not that great, but he's like that guy that just bounces around the league and
He's
always
about
lands on
old
his
enough
feet.
to be your dad.
I
Yeah,
don't
but, I
think
mean-
Deshaun Watson's gonna play.
Why?
But he's going through that court thing, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna play.
Oh, are they gonna lose? They're gonna lose two quarterbacks, one to jail, one because he's old.
Yeah,
Shadur's up.
And then have these two rookies and they'll Baker Mayfield them where they just disappear after a while.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Did you?
He unintentionally came across the contact phone number. Bullshit.
They
No.
showed.
Oh, this is
wasn't
it right
on-
here.
He
They're
wrote
talking
it down.
It's
He
on
my
wrote the
glasses
fucking
on.
thing down to use for a prank.
They
Yeah.
showed. They showed a draft clip of when Baker at his draft party was waiting for the phone call that he had a friend behind him call him and was like, "Hey, this is such and such," and then hung up. So they were making fun of that prank phone call and whatnot. But there was another guy that had to go to the bathroom, and when he walked away this year to go
Missed his
to
call.
take a shit, or pissed, the phone was ringing, and the mom answered it, and they started yelling for him.
Who
Pitch off, whatever you got.
He does the waddle out.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Could you imagine that? Like you're the most important.
Would you like to
phone
play
call
football
of your
for us?
fucking
Yeah, as soon
career?
as I wipe my ass,
Yeah,
I'm there.
Yeah.
What's he gonna play?
He's going to go both ways. So that's the only way he would play.
Who?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're looking at Travis Hunter.
I don't think he can.
Why not?
He said he won't play for a
Dude,
team that won't allow him.
he's
to play
gonna
both
be-
ways.
Not at that level.
Not
He'll
at
get
that
killed.
level. He'll get
His
so,
body won't be able to handle it.
He'll get injured so bad because he'll be
I
so
hope
tired.
he does.
We got an,
Not get injured. I hope he plays both.
we got an
ways. I
Asian
think that'd be
bomber in
cool.
here.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Duval.
Duval.
I think it's probably time for some Lit Up Midwest.
Yeah, let's go. Let's learn about some permanent home lighting.
Am I the only one that didn't know you can light up your home year-round? Let's talk about Lit Up Midwest. Imagine 16 million lighting combinations, 250 colors per sequence, nearly invisible by day, dazzling by night. Perfect for holidays, parties, or just to make your home stand out. With a one-time installation, enjoy up to 20.
Thank you, Adam Kafer and Lit Up Midwest, for all your permanent home lighting needs. Call Adam Kafer for a free estimate. Perfect time this week is light up the night for fallen firefighters.
Yep.
So light your house up red all week. And what better way to do it with permanent home lighting, where you can do it from your mobile app.
Boom.
Was
Yeah.
that good?
Yeah.
So speaking of we talked earlier about how we were going to talk about being a good dad, and obviously Deion Sanders is not. So
Jesus
come on.
Christ!
no, I'm kidding.
You've got to bend
Fuck you, Deion Sanders!
I thought it was a good segue.
So the truth
Fantastic
comes out.
segue.
The truth comes out. He just fucking hates Dion.
Prime. You are not a fan, or Mike is not a fan.
I'll save my other jokes for later.
We're gonna share this to Twitter, and he'll tweet.
So what
back.
do you guys want to talk about being dads? That was Josh's idea. to
It
have a
was Josh's
conversation
Oh
about
no! It was
dads.
just I was cleaning up the basement over the past couple of weeks, getting shit just decluttered, and getting something to have usable space. And I came across the book that I randomly bought at Barnes and Noble when I was living in Des Moines, and I normally don't go into Barnes and Noble at all. You all right over there, bro?
Yeah, I'm just fucking around. I'm
Oh,
listening. I'm
oh,
listening.
okay.
to
I thought you were
everything
trying
you
to deep throat that bottle.
Yeah.
You had the whole thing damn near in your mouth, brother.
say. I could. But I'm
I saw a
not sure.
tongue go down the hole too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just it was funny because I hadn't read it in a long time, but it was a man's guide to being a man from one of the actors from The Sopranos, and it was just cool of like what you should do as a guy, what you should do as a dad, father, whatever it may be. And I thought, well, shit, since we're an all guy cast and we're the mainstream, and most of us have kids, if not illegitimate kids somewhere, Ryan. I figured
There's
we all
probably
had
some fucker with Marble Reds in him living around somewhere.
Poor kid.
You're
Better
not
off.
my dad.
Kid's better off, right?
Definitely.
I just figured, we could probably talk about this over a couple episodes and just like, tips or tricks or, like what fails you've had as a father, what successes are, what you try to do good, what you try to do great. I don't know. It was just kind of one of those things where I thought you guys were asking for topics and I thought, well, fuck.
Well, all your
You know,
kids
we
are
could-
alive, so you're doing pretty good.
I think so.
I would say one thing that I think we're all doing, we're all probably doing great on.
You had to clear the throat
That
first.
I would say probably, I don't know. There's not a lot of things that I would say I do better at being a father than my dad did with me, and this was a little bit out of their control. But we all probably fall along this lines of males, fathers take on more responsibility these days than they had to the last time. That they did back in the day. Like a lot of them were just, hey, work,
Mhm.
go to
Yeah.
work, and then when you come home, here's your meal, here's your beer, and you can watch some TV if you want. I'll take care of the kids. It's not like that anymore. It's not like that anymore. You can't live like that anymore. You have to be there. You have to be present. I would say we're a lot more present than what we were in, than what the last generation, the previous generations have been. And that's a good thing, I think. I don't know.
I would tend to
agree.
agree with you
I
on
agree.
that one.
I also think, and this isn't a shot at the like our parents' generation, the boomers. I think we have a little bit more compassion too.
Oh, for sure.
They were raised a certain way, and that carried down to us, and we were raised a certain way, and obviously some of that carried down with us. But the other thing we also probably said is we're gonna have a little bit more compassion.
Yeah, absolutely.
right or wrong. You know, I had a conversation the other day with someone about it because someone said something about they let their kid fall asleep in their bed and then they take them to their own bed, and another person was like, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that." And I said, the greatest thing about being a parent is you're going to make mistakes, and you can read all the books in the world that'll tell you what to do and what not to do, and it doesn't work for you, but it might work for me. I said, so just keep doing what you're doing. If it works for you, then it works for you.
Yeah.
You know, I may not do that, but I said that, and I think that goes with having compassion and being flexible, and there's a lot of things I could do better as a dad, but it's a learning experience, right?
I think sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good. I was kind of done.
I think one of the main
Kinda.
things is and it's very hard not to do, but is just comparing yourself to other people and how they do stuff, right? You know, you can look at people like, wow, that person seems like a great dad. Like, he's always winning. The kids are always happy to see him and stuff like that. And like, how do I get like that? But really, like you said, it's different, and it's not, and it's different to each kid, individual kid too. Like,
Absolutely.
you know, I get treated completely different the way Scarlett treats me than what Atlas treats me, and that might be a girl boy thing, but like, you know, I think it's important not to compare yourself with the other parents and the other friends that you have that have kids, because that can be that can be really hard too. You know what I mean? And that can be.
It's tough not
unhealthy.
to compare yourself though to your significant other, right? Because my kids treat their mom different than me.
Oh yeah,
and that's tough, right? And it goes along the lines of like I watch my kids like, "Mom's home," and they get all excited, and when I walk in the door, it's like, "Hey." So
that's like that. I try to initiate that. I try to initiate when I get home, and I'm like really loud and like very elaborate of like, "What's up, everybody? What's everybody doing? Get over here."
Get the vibe side.
Yep, that's kind of how I walk into the house.
I would think in your house, Mike, though, and I'm not speaking for you, but like your wife takes care of the kids during the day mostly, quite a few.
Yeah.
So she has a lot more time with them, I think.
Oh, for sure, especially with Nolan.
So I think for your situation, it's more of like, oh fuck, finally a change. When Dad comes home.
No, like I pick Nolan up from the farm. We won't even get down the farm driveway, and he'll be like, "Dad, when's Mom going to be home?"
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, fuck me too.
Yeah, fuck me too.
Yeah.
But like, it's also important too. It's like what I lose. I get that way sometimes too. And like, at least like my wife says it all the time. It's like, what is this saying? She's like, bad parents don't worry about if they're being bad parents.
Yeah, that's a good line.
That makes
so
sense.
like, cause like I'm always constantly thinking like, God damn it, like here's what I think we should be doing, or here's what I read, here's what I think, and like, you know, I'm always constantly trying to push the agenda of doing something different and making sure we're doing the right thing, and then I'll sit down with Maya and be like, boy, today fucking sucked. Like, are we doing anything right? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we literally just had to scream at the top of our lungs to our kid just for them to listen to us after the 20th time saying it.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Bro, you should play Call of Duty with us and have these guys hear Candace yelling at the boys at night to get to bed.
And she just says, you know, Michael, like,
Josh, go get their phone.
bad parents don't worry about if they're being bad parents.
The other night,
Which is like, it's like, okay, that's good to hear, because you're right. I do care. I do want to be the best that I can be.
That's a valid statement, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing.
She says it all the
That is a good
time.
Yeah.
But she sees the other side quite a bit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. The other night, you would have thought Josh had 20 kids because he said goodnight to his kids that many times.
We had an extra 2, but we didn't have like those weren't ours.
So I got a question for you, Josh, because you have older kids. When does that change? Because like Scarlett's 6, and she'll still ask a couple questions, but like my kids are very, very, very good about going to bed when it is bedtime still. Like, you know, Atlas has never got us up in the middle of the night since the day he's been born.
No, they don't.
And like Scarlett's just like, okay, hey babe, your light's on. It's time to go to bed. We're done reading the books.
I think
You've asked your 3 questions.
Yeah, I think our kids' problem is like when they go to bed, they haven't had a chance to unwind yet because they're like on their phones or on an Xbox or whatever. So, you know, when school hits, we have a routine like 8:30 at night. So hopefully you're in bed by 9:30. Like you're done.
Yeah.
Parker, we let him stay up a little bit later. He is a little bit more responsible, but he's still not responsible enough. Like I would love to just not fucking wake up early in the morning to wake him up so he can get to early bird. I would love for him to be able to wake up on his own alarm and trust him to leave his phone in his room and not be on until 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, so again, it's just one of those things where they had access. When I was a kid, I'd leave my TV on. That's equivalent to these kids watching their cell phone
Right.
all night. Or I'd put a CD on and fucking let it play all night long on repeat, you know? So it's just different times, different technologies, different things. But I mean, my kids don't fucking stay in bed. It takes them an hour to get to sleep.
Yeah.
They go upstairs and play with each other. Ty goes into Jace's room and Jace goes into Ty's room. Yeah, bad choice of words.
I got you.
They go into each other's rooms and they
Counseling's going to be
They fuck
expensive in a
around.
few years.
they fuck around. They don't go to sleep. You know?
Your poor kids.
But did
I
that
know.
change at an age for you, or were your kids always kind of like that? Because like we put our kids in a sleep routine right away.
No, our kids were
Yeah, they
always on a
used to
sleep
not
routine.
play with each other. They just-
No, our kids were always on a sleep routine. I
Hey,
think
quit playing with your dinghy.
our deal was during the summer, and it changes. So like our deal during the summer is it's not 8:30, it's 10 o'clock. So at 10 o'clock, we want everything off. We want you in bed. We don't want you to sleep until noon the next day.
Yeah.
You know, Candace would love that working from home. Like, oh, good, nobody's in the house fucking yelling, screaming at 8 o'clock in the morning. But at the same token, it's like we want to keep them on a schedule so it's not a crazy crash for them to come back off of that a week before school starts, and we now have to, oh, you guys are in bed by 8:30.
Totally.
You know, because that's harder to break than anything else. So we're like, okay, during the school year, 8:30, your phones are downstairs. We want you in bed. Hopefully you're sleeping by 9. When it's summer, it's like, hey, we want your phones down at 10 o'clock. Hope you're in bed sleeping by 10:30.
Yeah.
You know, and that way it gives them a couple hours. Like they all sleep 8 to 9 hours a night. So by the time they get woken up in the morning from going to bed at 10:30, you know, it's fucking 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock sometimes.
Yeah.
Which helps out with Candace, but yeah, I don't think it ever changes. It's just the nuances change.
Right.
yeah. We're going through a weird transition in our house because Liam's been so used to, like, when he wakes up, he says, I'm awake, and we go up and get him ready for the day. I'm like, you're 6. Get up and get yourself ready.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you wake up, get dressed, brush your teeth, go to the bathroom, come downstairs.
Yeah.
You know, so,
You know where the TV's at. Turn it on, watch it.
well, it's just, I'll hear him. You know, obviously I'll wake up, but it's just, it's a different transition. I don't know. This is a tough conversation for me because I don't have any tips or tricks or guides because
Yeah.
everything's different. I
Don't
mean,
give your kids a hammer and a board and tell them to go play with it. 'Cause after about 30 minutes, you'll have a headache.
You want a tip? You want a tip or a trick? And Mike Steinis is going to sit here and go, fucking told you, dude. Get your kids off artificial dyes. That's a tip and a trick. We've noticed a big difference. And we're not like extremely like 100% like you can't have it, but we're just more cognizant about it. And we've noticed a big difference.
Definitely.
I think with RFK changing it and a lot
I was
of
gonna say
states,
soon you won't have a fucking choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2026, it's
Yeah.
all gone,
Get
right?
your kids
Yeah.
off artificial dyes.
I think there's going to be a change in the
Hell yeah, dude.
demographics of the
Seriously.
kids. I think you're going to see a lot of things go
You
away.
will.
I think the autism rates will drop.
Yep.
I think the ADHD rates will drop.
yeah, we've noticed it.
They'll
Like,
find
even-
a way.
Even
They'll
on
find a way.
Easter, like they were eating this push pop thing, and they popsicle, and they come up, and I look at it, I'm like, red 40, and I started laughing and I'm like, yeah, they haven't had that in a while.
Fucking
And
15
then
minutes
after
later.
that, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, this is why they stopped.
Yeah.
Like, this is why we stopped giving them this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not as bad as you are, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it like that, but we're just very cognizant of it now, and we just make sure that they don't get it.
Yeah.
And we've noticed we haven't had blow ups at bedtime
Right.
in a long time, you
Yep.
know. And it wasn't that they wouldn't go to sleep; it was they were so fucking obnoxious.
Yeah.
That and like crying over everything, and it's like,
And
dude,
like, I don't know if you got this feeling when you took it away, but like when we started taking that stuff away and we started seeing the behavioral changes, you almost feel like really sorry for them. Like, fuck, dude, they couldn't even control how they were acting. Like,
Yep.
it wasn't even their fault. And here I am yelling, just fucking be normal.
Right.
Like, stop fucking around. And it's just like,
And you're the one feeding them the shit that
Well,
caused it.
Yeah, and like our kids have been kind of off it for a while. I mean, we still do to get that stuff. Holidays, fucking parades, stupid like school birthdays, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, things that are out of our control. But like you said, dude, you can fucking tell, and you can tell right away. You can tell with my kids right away. Like Scarlett's not allergic to that stuff, but when she eats shit like that, her like skin complexion will change. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's that's the tip. Holy shit,
Trip
that is
tip.
the tip I have for you.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Tip of the
obviously
day.
they mentioned RFK going away with it, but yeah, dude, like especially when you have young kids, get them
Yep.
like. I don't know. I try. I'm not cognizant about what I eat at all. If it's edible, I eat it.
Mhm.
So, but for kids, get them off that shit.
Well, and like honestly, is like as soon as you start teaching them, it's just like anything else, right? As soon as you start teaching them and it can explain to them of why you're doing the things that you're doing, they'll start to understand it. Scarlett knows.
Right.
She can tell you exactly what's in something that she's gonna eat because we've been talking to her for about it for 3 fucking years now.
Right.
Of like, you're not getting it. Why? This is what I want. Everybody else gets it. That's fine, honey. We're not everybody else, and here's why. You know, I'll show her some fucking weird ass YouTube videos of like the reactions kids will have as soon as they get it. I will.
Right.
I'll be like, this is the truth. This
Yeah.
is where it's at, dude. I'm not trying to raise a psycho, but
Yep.
like, I want her to know, like, hey, if you want to make that choice when you're older to eat that stuff, by all means,
That's on you.
you can do it.
Yeah.
But these are the effects that you are gonna get from doing it, and people might call you crazy. People might call you a kook. But you know what? I don't fucking care because it's backed by science.
Do you know how many people have looked at me nuts that my 6-year-old's never had a drink of soda?
My kids either. And
I've
if they
never-
did, somebody else gave it to them, and I
I've-
don't know it.
Yeah, I've never. And Ashley and I've talked about it. Like I'm like, if they get old enough that they want to try it, fine. But as far as we go from now on, like they're not even going to try it under our watch. Like
No, we go with the poppy and the ollie
yeah,
pops.
they drink water, milk, and like apple juice.
Yeah.
or something like that.
You should try the they have them down at Bender's. It's basically just probiotic water.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they love them. They're like, give me a soda. I'm like, yeah, you can have it.
Yep,
Here
they've
you
never had
go.
a soda. We don't have soda in our house, so
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't drink it.
Me either.
But
I'll
yeah,
have a
I guess
pop a day.
that's a bigger tip.
Yeah.
Be cognizant of what you feed your kids,
Yep.
and you'll notice things.
Yeah, we haven't done the carnivore diet yet, but I don't know, we always try to do really wholesome dinners that aren't processed shit. And,
Right.
you know, for us, I fucking hate casseroles, you know, putting all
love
that stuff in there.
casseroles.
You know,
You hate them?
I'm not a fan of them.
Fucking casserole, dude.
Yeah.
You are from Nebraska.
Like lasagna is probably the only
That's not a casserole.
yeah, it's in a casserole dish.
I can get down with that statement a little bit.
Yeah.
I can get down with that statement.
I'll
a
do
little bit.
some tater tot casserole. I like that.
I'm not a big casserole guy either.
I love
guess.
all casseroles, tuna noodles, you name it.
So
Did
right.
you say tuna casserole?
Tuna noodle?
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
dude.
no,
Yeah.
dude.
Lasagna is a casserole. It's in a
I had a
casserole dish.
babysitter when I was younger that would
Every
make that shit all the
Italian
time.
hates you now.
No,
No.
they don't.
Yes, they do.
No,
Lasagna is a casserole. Get fucked.
it is.
It's not a
It's
casserole.
no, lasagna is lasagna.
What's
It's-
Lasagna.
What's the definition of a
Lasagna
casserole?
is lasagna.
What's the definition of a casserole, Ryan?
Fucking, it's leftovers in a pan with cream of mushroom soup. That's what a casserole is.
Cream of
What do
mushroom,
we got
cream of
today?
chicken.
Hamburger, tater tots, peas, and cream of mushroom soup. Put it in a casserole.
Got any noodles?
Yeah.
What
A casserole is a single dish, baked meal, typically made in a large, deep oven-safe dish served directly from that dish. It usually combines a variety of ingredients, vegetables, proteins, starches, pastas, often with liquid or sauces. Tell me that doesn't sound like fucking lasagna.
Lasagna
It does.
is
A casserole.
lasagna.
It's casserole, bro.
No. Lasagna. Put some respect on the name lasagna
Yes.
when you say it, motherfucker.
He
Google
said, "Is
says-
lasagna casserole?"
Yes.
First, he says yes.
Lasagna is generally considered a type of casserole.
There you go,
Lasagna
Josh.
fits the definition of a casserole because it's a one-dish meal cooked in the
I
oven
knew I
in
could
a
get
deep
down with that
dish.
statement.
It's a layered dish with pasta,
It's a
sauce, cheese,
casserole.
and
It's
a
sometimes
lasagna.
vegetables all baked together.
It's casserole.
If you called somebody and
Lasagna
said,
is,
I
in
made a
fact,
lasagna
a
casserole,
casserole.
they'd show up and expect lasagna
That's what-
and a
and tater
casserole.
tots on
that's what my
top.
but that's what my grandma from Sicily says.
Yeah.
She's from Sicily. She's Italian as fuck.
Wait, so this is what Google says. So now on to the next debate, since we saw that lasagna is a casserole. Is hot dog a sandwich?
Oh shit.
I think we debated that one, didn't we?
No.
I'm gonna
It's
say
got,
no.
it's got bread on both sides.
Yeah.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yeah,
No, it's a hot dog.
it's a sandwich.
Do I need to Google that?
I think so. I thought we debated this
Why
one
The
time.
answer is undetermined still.
Why
What? So
don't you Google that and then we'll do our third.
so
ad.
here's something I want to
Yes,
ask
it's a
Josh too,
sandwich.
because
Told you.
Yeah.
he's got you. What? How old is your oldest?
It's a
What
beef
grade is he
Wellington
in?
a sandwich.
He'll be 16
The
years soon.
motherfucking beef
Sophomore.
Wellington.
It's a sophomore.
Fucking beef
So-
Wellington.
This is something that I haven't had to worry about, and I definitely will have to at some point, and I'll be fucking super nervous about it.
Dating?
Like dating and stuff like that. Have you
Oh,
had
yeah.
to deal with that yet,
Oh,
or
yeah, bro.
anything
Oh,
like
See,
that? Or
so
like,
wait.
Yeah, but he's got boys.
Yeah, you're gonna be more nervous because of girl, because you know how
Yeah.
you were in high school.
Yeah.
yeah. No, and I had okay. So no, this is really funny because here's why I bring it up, because like when you drive these high school girls to long drives,
You hear
you
what
talk
they're
about
talking.
all kinds of stuff. So we were talking about what's going to happen and what kind of father I'm going to be when Scarlett starts dating and how I'm going to react. And I said, honestly, my mindset has never really changed about that. Is like, yes, I was a shithead growing up, and I was one of those kids. But you know what? Like, I think like my mindset behind it is like looking at it as the girl perspective is like, my goal as a father is not to worry about the boys that are coming in. My worry and my perspective and my job and my responsibility is just to make sure that my daughter knows how to respect herself enough that she doesn't do anything that she feels pressured into doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if I can make her feel comfortable and okay and be like, hey, listen, honestly, you can do what you want to do. And if that's what you want to do, but you have to respect yourself. You have to be able to say no, and you have to be able to, identify that if you're just being pressured into something or not.
Yeah.
Like that's my job.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I will still worry, but as long as I'm doing my job to be like, hey, honey, respect yourself at all costs.
Yeah.
Right? Stand up for yourself. Don't do anything that you don't want to do. Don't let these boys that just want your pussy, right? I won't say it like that, but like, don't fall into that. Just because your other 4 best friends has lost their virginity already and you want to do it just to get it over with,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Right? Make
Yeah.
sure you really want to do it.
And I think it's different with boys, right?
Yeah.
I think like because I'm trying to remember in the back of my head how my dad explained it to me, and I'm not sure that the podcast is the time and place to explain that. But the nut and bolts of it is, just don't be a fucking idiot,
Yeah.
and don't, that's the boy conversation, right?
Don't be an idiot. Wear a shower cap. I think
Yeah.
that's what
I think
got.
I think
Yeah,
I
or
think the
don't.
90s was don't be a fool, wrap your tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Don't be a fool, wrap your tool, or don't be an idiot. You can't afford a baby. Type stories.
Yeah, shit like
So I think with girls it's different.
I don't know. I think with Parker, we've been really open with them, and we're like, hey, like we know you want to, but just make sure it's right.
But then everybody heard the podcast where he shit his pants and put his underwear in his pocket.
with the turd in it.
And all the girls
No, the
ran.
turd is
Carefully
out.
place his turd into pocket.
Turd
And
is
all the
out.
girls ran.
But yeah, no, I mean it's the same thing. You're dealing with it in a different perspective. But
Yeah.
no, we just told them, we're like, hey, we know you're gonna do it at some point. Be respectful of whoever you choose, and don't force it or push it. And it'll happen when it's ready to happen. And just go with it at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I just said we don't want to be grandparents at 43, 44.
Yeah. Right.
So
Yeah.
we have 2 sponsors we don't have ads for. One is Smoking Gun Jerky out of Nebraska, the best jam jerky around.
Best jam jerky?
Best
Damn.
damn.
They
Best
prob-
jam jerky.
They probably have
Yeah.
jam jerky.
Jam jerky.
Best damn jerky I've ever had.
Put in my fucking nose, Ryan.
Go on their socials. You can click on their link. Enter Manstream10 for your 10% coupon. They do ship nationwide.
It's fucking
Um,
delicious.
It's very
Dude,
good.
Except for
Dish.
Alaska and Hawaii. I
we
think
don't
they
we don't have any jerky to try. Otherwise, you'd hear us.
I'm
And
fresh out.
So yeah, I'm fresh
I
out too.
had
I need to
some,
order
but
some
it's
more.
not anything that would Ryan would have
Yeah,
wanted.
I need to
so.
order some more.
Yeah,
so
you're fucking wild.
And
for
then,
eating the shit you eat, dude.
JCI Electric. JCI Electric, a local electrician company out of Bellevue, Iowa. Very good work. Very competitive in pricing, if not the best I've ever seen. Done a lot of work for me.
Very reliable.
Yeah, very reliable
That's why
too.
Mike's knees are red.
Yep. call Tyler Weimerskirch, JCI Electric, and they will get you hooked up. Them concrete floors were hard. With that, the Manstream Podcast Draft. Time for the Manstream Podcast
Mainstream
Draft.
Podcast Draft.
Let's go.
So tonight we're drafting top board games. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Any board game.
Top board game.
I'm,
board
I'm
game.
excited.
5 board games. Snake style draft. Vote for your winner on Monday.
Wiener.
Today, actually. Today is Monday. If you're listening to this.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Right.
Okay, start over. We all started wrong times.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Steinus.
Well,
Oh, no.
crushed
No,
me.
well, his rock
And
beats
we
his
covered
scissors.
him.
And we covered the rock. But he cuts. I don't know how to do that. Do we just play again? I don't
How do we do that? Oddballs are out.
Who's the oddballs? You and
Us.
Mike? Yeah, I guess.
So what, we go again?
Cut him up.
It's 1, 2, 3, shoot, you jackass. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Well,
Clip. Me.
I don't think I've ever won
That way?
this.
Sure.
Yeah.
That way. That way?
That way.
My way.
Okay.
I have to go
Monopoly.
It's like a game. Just play Monopoly today.
Your beef strong.
Oh.
He did say he hasn't shit for 3
jeez.
days.
Oh yeah,
Your
dude,
beef wrong.
Something's brewing. I'm gonna.
Monopoly. That was a good one.
God damn it.
I'm gonna go Risk.
Oh, you fuck.
You are an asshole.
That is nasty, bro. Can we take a fiver?
I feel better.
Can we take a fiver and like clear the room out?
No,
A fiber? You need fiber?
Fiver.
he needs more fiber.
I really enjoy the game of life.
Yeah, life's pretty cool.
Life, yeah,
like-
life,
like the
life
game.
rules.
I know. It's
Yeah.
just the way you said it.
Yeah.
All right, so I get 2. I'm gonna do Candyland and Shoots and
I
Ladders.
hate you.
There you go.
Candyland and Shoots and Ladders.
All right. I don't know if this is technically considered a board game. You guys will let me know if it is. Battleships?
Yeah, it's a board game.
Yeah, it's a board game. There's
Okay.
a board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you sunk my battle shit.
Oh, it's a
You
battleship.
want to play Battleshits?
So if Battleship counts, guess who's got to count?
Yeah,
too,
guess who's a
right?
board game?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a
Okay.
fucking board game.
Okay.
Is that what you pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Risk and guess who?
Okay. Mousetrap?
Dude, you know how hard
I
it
never got that game. I always put the board completely together
Great
and just
game.
thought you fucking ran the ball down it and trapped the
No,
mouse.
dude,
I never
Mousetrap
played
is
it.
awesome.
No, you got to get the cheese before
Yeah,
the trap
never,
goes off.
Never
Yeah,
played
dude.
it. Never played it.
And-
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just
Never
built
heard
it.
of it.
I was
So
just
would I.
built a contraption.
And
I
sorry.
never heard of it.
What?
Sorry.
You never heard of Mousetrap?
Sorry for what?
Oh.
No, the game Sorry.
You're sorry?
For what?
What the fuck are you sorry for?
I'm sorry.
I'm so
Sorry for fighting at your Black Panther party. Sorry.
Sorry.
The game Sorry. Are you Googling games?
No, he's
I'm
Googling that
down on
Mousetrap. He's never
Mousetrap.
seen it.
You never played
Oh, dude,
Mousetrap?
it's so cool.
Oh yeah, okay.
You build this
okay,
big
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
contraption
yeah,
that
yeah,
takes
I got
4
you,
hours
I
to
got
set
you.
up.
I got you. Yeah, I got
So
you.
much fun. After you play it once, you lose pieces, and then you can never play it right again.
Okay, I got you.
It's your turn, brother.
It's my turn.
Back
Yes.
to you.
Ooh. I really like a good sequence.
Sequence is fun.
I don't
Sequence
think
is
I've ever
fun.
played it.
Sequence is fun.
Never even
Nope.
fucking heard of it.
Cards, chips.
Yeah.
This is a fun time.
It's a fun time.
It's a real fun time.
Maybe go to the Home Depot.
Home Depot. I don't know if we'll have time. Joshua.
Yeah, do you think KFC's open?
It's really cold out there.
I always like Scrabble.
Cold out there, Frank?
Scrabble?
Love Scrabble.
What are you,
Scrabble's a
like
good
90
game.
years old?
No,
No,
Scrabble's
I
a
just
great game.
love Scrabble.
Oh yeah.
It's a very linguistic game.
I've only played
A what?
Linguistic. you know.
Linguini?
Linguini.
Linguini.
Huh.
Another casserole.
I think you guys are all sleeping on this one, but I'm going to go Clue.
Clue's
that's
a
a good
great
one.
game.
Clue's a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go with classic chess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you play?
I
Colonel
love to
Mustard.
play chess.
We should play sometime.
That's
In the
fine.
study with a match candlestick.
With the candlestick.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Do I get 2 more, or this
You,
is
you
my
get
last?
two. You
You
no,
get
you
Because
two
get.
I'm
more.
the last one.
You get 2 more. No,
I am the
Ryan's
last one.
one.
Last one.
Jesus
You
Christ.
pick, and then it comes back to you.
It's
again.
just hard
So
when
just
we're like in this direction.
just pick one.
I will do checkers. Is always a good game. I grew up playing that with my grandparents, so I enjoy it.
Checkers. It's classic.
This is probably another in between game, but what about Connect 4? Will you count that as a board
Yeah.
game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
that's
we're counting Battleship and
Board
that
game
other
night, man.
game,
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
yeah.
Connect
Game,
4, really like that game.
game night,
Okay.
brother.
With the checkers, right?
No,
With
it's-
checkers.
Yeah, either one.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So I'm gonna go Trouble
Trouble.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a
Trouble's
good one.
and Yahtzee.
Ooh, I
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee's fun.
I can get down on a Yahtzee night.
I don't know what happened. I looked down and Yahtzee.
The sound of the mic.
Scary movies, brother.
Yeah.
It's your turn again, Steinus.
It's my turn again.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Is this a board game? Tic Tac Toe, or no?
No.
Okay. We just have a board. Well, we have a board at home.
well,
we have
you
a
know,
board at
actually
home
it
that
is.
that
Yeah.
has.
I mean,
Actually,
why
it
would
is.
it
If it's
be?
like a
I
wooden
have
one,
one
it's got
too.
the
I'd
X's
I'd
and
say
the O's.
tic
I have
tac
one
toe.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, fuck you then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say tic tac toe. I like that.
Tic-tac-toe.
All right,
Alright.
I could do that.
I really enjoy a good game of Operation.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
game.
Donkey Dick. That's a good one.
Operate Donkey Dick. I don't know. I never played that game, Mike. I don't know
yeah.
what you're into at your house, but
That's why my knees are red.
yeehaw.
He's a wonky donkey.
For my
Stinky,
last
wonky, honky, dinky, donkey.
Mike knows that book.
Hell yeah.
for my last game, I'm gonna go. Did you ever play Mancala? Where
I
you
did,
gotta
yeah.
you gotta run the marbles around and try
Yeah.
to get them all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be my last
That
one.
was a good one.
Axis and Allies is a good game.
I never played it.
Chinese checkers.
Risk
I'm-
is
I'm-
Risk is my shit.
Risk is
I'm
my favorite.
really-
Chinese checkers with the star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm really glad to know about our group and like it
We should just
It's
do a
warm.
fucking live playing Risk one night
is nobody said
Do
Dungeons
we got
and
3
Dragons.
hours?
or Monopoly. Yeah, but have
I
you?
never played.
Nobody played. Nobody said what?
Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D.
I'm so happy nobody said that. in
Oh,
this
dude,
group.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like I've looked into it. I've never played it,
Yeah.
but like that's in my wheelhouse. You ever heard of Warhammer? I used to play that.
Meat Hammer.
I fucking pulled my whole army out the other day. I found it. Yeah, it's awesome. I didn't hear what you said. I'm ignoring you. Good joke.
Let's
The
see
meat
if we
hammer.
miss anything.
You're a meat hammer.
Meat hammer.
I'm trying to think any good board
Velvet
games we
hammer.
missed. I mean, like, there's a bunch of like goofy card games. You got like charades and shit like that, but they're not really board games.
Have you guys ever played Rummy Cube?
No,
yeah.
not a fan.
Oh, dude, I get down on that. It's such a
I would have
brain
said
game.
euchre, but it's not a board game. It's a card game. I
Yeah.
know.
Rummy Cube though is such a brain game.
This is a good game that we have at home, but I don't know if it's newer or not. But Azul, Azul.
Azul?
Never
Yeah,
heard of it.
it's
I
really
never heard
good.
Have you ever
really
heard
good.
of? Have you ever played Catan?
No.
Mm-mm.
Catan. My sister and her friends play a lot. They said
Huh.
I'd like it. but
What's
I've never played it.
there's a card game out there now called Exploding Bunnies or something
Exploding
like
Kittens.
Exploding
It's really good.
Kittens.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's good.
There's another game
good.
called Into the Dungeon,
Is
and
go-
you start
it-
flipping monsters in there until you decide you send somebody into the dungeon to try to fight them all. It's
Yeah.
a fun game.
You know, I was gonna say Uno, but it's not really a board game because it's cards.
It's a card game.
So I kind of left that one alone.
We'll have to do a card game draft.
That might go pretty quick.
I played the
Really?
last 2 times I was at my dad's. I
that.
played
Oh,
euchre
duh.
with
Trivial Pursuit.
Trivial Pursuit.
Never played it.
What?
Me either.
Never
Me
played it.
either.
The Jumanji.
Never played
You
it.
never had that game?
What about like
the movie?
What about Hungry Hungry Hippo? Is that a board game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot
good
about
one.
that. That was
yeah.
a good one.
Hungry
Hungry
Hippos
Hippo.
is good.
Trouble?
I
Mike said that.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that the one where you got the little deal in the middle and you
Yeah,
push
you
down on it
pop
to
it.
pop the
Pop it.
dice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catan?
Catan.
Catan.
Catan?
Yep.
Catan. Catan.
Scrabble.
Yeah.
Scrabble, I said.
Guess Battleships.
Sorry.
Hmm.
I
know-
said sorry.
You know what we didn't do tonight?
Categories?
We didn't do a list, but that's okay.
That's
Oh
fine.
shit.
We can get it on the next one.
A top 10 list.
Twister.
plenty of time.
Twister is considered a board game.
No, it's not a board
It
game.
is considered a board
I don't
game.
give a
Because
fuck
you
what your
are
phone
the
says.
piece on the board game.
Correct.
You're on the floor.
Twister is considered a board game.
I
So
played
the
Twister
You know
answer-
what?
twice.
The answer of Naked Twister could have been one.
Scrolling through Amazon, I feel like we got pretty much all the
You know,
ones we could
I played
have.
Twister
did.
like twice in my life, and it was not nearly as exciting as everybody
Illustrations?
makes it out to be.
There was one that I used to play It's called like bushel of apples or some shit, or
Oh,
apples or
Apples to apples.
Apples.
Apples to apples.
No.
This was where you actually collected apples based upon.
We played one where you got cherries. It was like
Maybe that's it.
Hi-ho Cheerio.
Maybe
Yeah.
that was it.
You got all the cherries
Did
in
you
your
have a
basket.
basket?
Yeah, you had the little
Yeah,
basket.
maybe
you got
that
the
was
cherries.
it,
Hi-ho
yeah.
Cheerio.
Hi-ho Cheerio.
There you
we
go.
had
Fuck,
that
I
at our
played that
house,
when I
too.
was real little.
Yeah, same, dude.
We had another one that was like, it was called Farm Life, and you played around the board and tried to collect as many cows as you could.
Well, we have this one at our house. It's called Pretty Pretty Princess. And it's all the princesses, and there's a little, you have to collect all the things that make you a pretty pretty princess. There's a necklace, there's earrings, there's a ring, there's a cursed ring, there's a crown,
Nice.
and yeah, it's actually a lot of fun.
Are you
it's a lot of
excited
fun.
for your kids to get a little older so you can get them into like different, like more adult board games, like Monopoly and shit like that?
We play Monopoly.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if they would play.
Yeah, they do.
Do you guys play easy way or hard way or normal way?
We just try to get through it, brother.
Okay.
Yeah,
With
dude.
them.
They're not
There's
there to
actually a
play 8
really,
hours
if
of
you guys
Monopoly.
do like Monopoly, there's actually a really, really, really good like card game Monopoly. That's really quick to play, and your objective is to collect three sets of properties, and then the game's over. You should really get that. It's great for game night for just you and your wife or your significant other, Ryan.
Ours is sex dice.
We play a lot of.
I don't have one.
I know.
We play a lot of Uno with the kids.
Yeah, we play Uno.
We do too.
Significant others.
Plural.
I'm not bringing them all over for the same game night, but
Well, that's
Can you
our,
imagine that?
that's our draft. So this airs tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
No, this airs Monday today. Sorry.
what? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this airs today.
We are on
Um,
Sunday, but you will hear us on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was something we want to note. There's some big things that are potentially happening here at the Mainstream Podcast. Our studio has to undergo
Construction.
La Casa de Richter.
La Casa de Richter, the retaining walls falling in on us. It could crumble any moment.
How funny would it be if you said that and the whole just whoosh tragic accident for the Mainstream
After we
Podcast?
just talked about
Do you
what we
think
like
it would
about
blow
being
up?
fathers.
Like,
My-
do you think it would blow up? That'd be fantastic.
My heart would drop.
At the funeral, they play our last episode, and we're talking about like gay people and wieners and dicks and stuff.
And what we enjoyed
Josh's
about being
kids touching
fathers.
each other.
Like,
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
can't be
with
one
that,
anymore.
if we're gonna try to put out an episode, obviously our next episode next week. But if there is a delay, now you know why. But we will keep you posted on social medias.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, I'll let you take her out.
Any closing comments, boys and girls?
I just gave one.
Oh, okay. All right. On that note, we are the Mainstream Podcast. Good night.
Good night.
It's where you want to be. We'll discuss the latest trends and the news of the day, and we'll tackle the tough topics in our own special way. So if you're looking for a place to escape it on